Hi everyone, and welcome to another class on my YouTube channel, Tom Yoga Om. Today's class is going to be about opening up the hips and the hamstrings and getting into all the muscles around the joints of the hips. Sometimes when this area here is tight, especially into the glutes or the legs, we can find that that tightness leaves us with pain in our lower and upper back as a result. So we're going to open up that space, and hopefully by the end of it you feel not only nice and open into the hips and the legs, but also into the back. So let's get to it. For today's class, we're going to we don't actually need two bricks, but I like to start with them in our Supta Baddha Konasana, our supine butterfly pose. But what you will need is a belt or a strap. Now I don't have a strap at home, but I've got a belt. You could also use like an old t-shirt, they kind of do the job. But yeah, just make sure you've got something along the likes of this handy, because it just helps us get a little bit deeper into the stretch and do that in a safer way. We're going to start on our backs, so just take a moment to bring the strap nearby, or the belt strap equivalent nearby. Bring your feet together, take the bricks if you've got some underneath your knees or your thighs, and bring yourself down onto your back and adjust those bricks as you'd like. And just start by taking a couple of deep breaths down into the belly and up into the chest, and you can bring one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly. And as you breathe in, let your hands rise up. And as you breathe out, feel yourself soften and relax. Take some time to settle in and sink in, and let's just give ourselves 10 breaths here to start the class, where we can really just drop in and let go of the outside world. This is really a nice time for you to be able to just feel into your body, and to notice how it's feeling, not only in a physical way, but also how your mind is going right now. Where have your thoughts been recently? And what are your emotions like? And as the breath flows in and out, just take note of those different sensations and energies in your body. And if you find you get distracted when you think of those things or recall those things, see if you can bring your attention to your breath. And just feel it smooth and rhythmic flow inwards and outwards. Start to breathe in a little bit deeper now. We've got 5 more breaths here. And as you do so, inhale into the belly and the chest. And then let the breath travel further down into the hips and the pelvis. And as you exhale, feel your whole body soften down towards the ground. Good. Take one more full breath in and out. And as you exhale, just feel yourself soften a little more. And then from here, just start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And before you do anything with those legs, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, bringing your arms and your hands vertical. And just take a big breath in, press into the back of your head, lift your shoulders up off the ground, reaching up. And as you exhale, soften them back down. 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, softening down. And last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. Take a hold of your elbows and just drop your arms back behind you, just behind your head, or over the top of your head. And take 3 deep breaths into the front of the body and just stretch into the space of the belly, the chest, and around the armpits. So full breath in and a soft breath out. See if you can inhale in and rise up a little bit higher with that front body. And last one, full breath in, breathe it all in. And exhale out. Nice. Start to wriggle your fingers and your toes and just bring your hands underneath your legs. Lift your knees together and squeeze them onto your chest. Tuck your chin up off the floor, your head off the floor, and start to circle your knees, massaging into the lower back. Relax your head onto the ground if it's not there. And just soften into that lower back space. Let's circle the other way. Noticing how the lower back is feeling. Maybe it's feeling a little bit tight, and hopefully by the end of the class you'll feel it open up as we engage and create space around that region. Alrighty, from here just drop your feet down to the floor. If you've got some bricks, just move them out of the way. And then hug your right knee into your chest and just give it a couple of circles to begin with. And then I want you to extend your left leg down onto the ground. So a nice straight left leg, a right knee, right leg into the chest. And from here, you're going to release that right leg and just extend it up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, press your heel up, and just feel the back of your leg stretch and open up. And as you exhale, point your toes, stretch to the front of your foot. That's it. Let's do 2 more like that. So breathing in, pressing the heel up, pulling the toes back, and breathing out, pointing the toes. And last one, full breath in. And exhale, point the toes. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, pull the toes back towards us. And as we do inhale, lower the leg to hover above the ground, opening up into that right hip flexor. As you exhale, lift the leg back up. Good. 4 more like that. Breathing in, lowering down. And we're breathing in because we're opening into the front of the leg. And exhaling to lift up. 2 more. Or 3 more rather. 2 more now. And on this last one, really breathe it in and make it nice and slow, that breath. Slow it down. And exhale to lift the leg back up. Good. Hug your knee onto your chest and just circle if there's any buildup of tension in the hip. And from here, we're going to take a hold of the strap and loop the strap or the belt or whatever you've got around the ball, that soft cushiony part, the first knuckle area of your foot. Then I want you to extend the leg up towards the ceiling and press your heel up so as to stretch the back of your hamstring. And in this case, your leg doesn't need to be 90 degrees. It doesn't need to be straight up vertical. It just needs to be extended, and we really want to try and relax the thigh, relax the knee as we come into the stretch. So if that means that your leg is extended all the way down, for example, I still want to keep my head on the floor, but if your leg is down here for it to feel nice and straight and extended, then that's fine. You know, that's your limit and that's where you're at today. But for some of you, it might be a little bit higher. Find the edge of that stretch, the space where it feels good, and take a big breath in. Press your heel upwards. And as you exhale, I just want you to bend your elbows and draw the whole leg towards your head. Good. Find that wall of the stretch. Just hold there. Inhale, press the heel up. Up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, just bend the elbows a little more, just a tiny bit. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling, pressing the heel up. Keep that leg nice and straight. And exhale, bring it a little bit closer towards you. Good. 1 more breath. Press the heel up. And exhale, draw the leg in close. Good. Now take the strap into your right hand. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. And inhale, press the heel away, just like before. And exhale, open the leg out to the right side. Now I've got a wall here, so I can't drop it down. But you just come to your limit. You might bring your right elbow onto the floor. And every time you inhale, press the heel away. And every time you exhale, draw the leg closer towards your head. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Pressing away. And exhale, drawing it in. 1 more, you got this. Breathing in. And exhale. After your exhale, lift your leg back to center and just change hands. So left hand takes a hold of the strap. Your right hand is going to come onto your right thigh. And I want you to press into your thigh just gently, nothing too intense. And then we're going to tilt the right leg over towards the left side so as to get into the side of the leg and the side of what's called the piriformis, which is a muscle that runs along the side of your leg, on the outside of your leg. So from here, to get into that muscle, we're just going to tilt the leg over towards the left side, and I want you to keep your left hip on the floor. If your left hip is lifted, you're just coming into a twist, which is not what we're doing today. We're keeping the hip on the ground, and we're just tilting it over to the left. You should feel it pretty much straight away. Just hold there, press the heel up as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, draw the leg closer towards your head. Press your right hand into that thigh. Just keep that leg nice and straight. 2 more breaths here. And last one, full breath in and a full breath out. Good. Bend your right knee, release the strap over to the side and just hug that knee into the chest and just start to circle your ankle, loosening out any kinks that have built up in that joint. And then from here, interlace your hands around your right knee and draw your knee down towards your right armpit. And at the same time, I want you to press your knee upwards. So there's a pressure of you pushing up with your leg and pulling down with your hands and your arms. And keep that pressure building and keep breathing for a count of 3. For a count of 2, keep pressing up, keep pulling down. A little bit of shaking is good. And on this last count of 1, I want you to take a full breath in. And as you exhale, just relax your leg and draw it in towards your right armpit. Good, we're going to do that 1 more time. So hold on to that leg and press your leg upwards as you pull down at the same time. And just hold here and keep pressing for a count of 3. For a count of 2, breathe into the belly and the chest. Keep pressing up, and for a count of 1, breathe it in. And as you exhale, relax your leg and draw it in towards your right armpit. Good. And then just take a couple of big circles with that right leg, loosening out into the hip. It should feel pretty good by now. And from here, just plunk that right leg onto the floor and bring your left knee into your chest, and notice straight away what the different feeling is in that left leg from the right leg. My left leg is feeling super tight compared to the right leg. We're going to change that. So extend your right leg out onto the floor, and from here just squeeze that left knee inwards and circle the knee a couple of times. And notice how circling the knee is really just circling from that hip joint, right? It's not your knee that's circling, it's the hip, where the hip bone and the leg bone meet. Circle the other way. And then from here, just release the leg, straighten it up to the ceiling, press the heel up, stretching into the back of the leg, and exhale, point the toes. 2 more. Inhale, pulling the toes back, pressing the heel up, and exhale, point the toes. Last one, full breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale, press the heel up, pull the toes back and lower the leg down to stretch into the left hip flexor, breathing in. And exhale to lift it back up. And inhale to lower it down. And exhale to lift it back up. 2 more. Breathing in, lowering down. And exhale, lift it back up. 1 more here. Inhale, lower down. And exhale, lift back up. Good. Draw that left knee into the chest and circle it a couple of times. And the other way. And then take a hold of your strap and bring it around the ball of that left foot. Good. Try to straighten your left leg. So again, it doesn't need to be 90 degrees. If 90 degrees means that your leg is bent, it's not where you want to go. We want to straighten the left leg so as to find the real edge of that stretch in the hamstring. So for some of you it might be real low, for some of you it might be directly up. Just find that edge and take a big breath into your belly and your chest. Press the left heel up, engage through the left thigh. And as you exhale, just gently bend into the elbows and draw your leg closer towards you. Hold there. Inhale, press the heel up. And exhale, bend at the elbows a little bit more. Inhale, press the heel up. Exhale, bend at the elbows more. And last one, full breath in. Pressing that heel up. And exhale, bend at the elbows more. That's it, strap into the left hand. Right hand comes onto the right hip. Inhale, press the heel away and open your leg out to the left side. As you exhale, bend at that left elbow and draw the leg in closer towards you. You can bring your left elbow onto the side, onto the floor. Inhale, press your left heel away. And exhale, draw the leg in a little closer. 1 more full breath in. And a full breath out. After the exhale, lift the left leg up and bring it back to center. Change hands, strap into the right hand. Left hand comes onto the left thigh and you're just pressing it away. Inhale, press the heel away. As you exhale, just tilt the leg over to the right side, stretching into the piriformis. Keeping your left hip on the ground. Inhale, press the heel away. And exhale, bend at the elbow. 1 more round of breath. Good. Inhale back to center and bend that left knee into the chest. Take the strap away and just circle your left ankle for a bit. Loosen it out. And the opposite way. And then loop your hands around that left knee and press your left knee up towards the ceiling and start to pull your arms back towards that left armpit. So you're drawing the knee towards the left armpit as you press it up towards the ceiling. You just keep that pressure building for 3. For 2. Keep pushing. And on a 1, take a full breath in. Press it up, and as you exhale, just relax your left knee and draw it in towards the left armpit. Good, let's do that 1 more time. Hold it there, pressing up. 3. For 2. And on a 1, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, relax that left knee. Draw it into the left armpit. Good, and then slowly just release that knee off of the body and just circle your knee, circle the hip a couple of times. Notice how that left side feels now. Should feel pretty good. And circle the other way. Alrighty, from here, just to kind of show you how opening up into the hips can open up the lower back, draw both knees into the chest and just start to circle them a little more, and you should feel like your lower back feels just that little bit more open. So just enjoy how that is going for you and what that feeling is like. Circle your knees the opposite way. We're going to do 1 more stretch here, and it's kind of to show off how the front of the body opens up when we open the hips as well. So lower back, back body. Front body is kind of the hips and the pelvis. So drop your feet down onto the ground And from here, take a hold of the sides of your mat, or if you've got a towel, your towel. We're going to come up into a bridge pose and hold for 3 breaths and really stretch the front of the body one more time as we do this. So when you're ready, holding onto the sides of the mat, press down into your feet. Inhale, start by lifting your hips up and rolling them towards the ceiling. Bring the weight of your body into your arms and into your shoulders. And just take 3 deep breaths in and out here. As you breathe in, lift yourself up a little bit higher. As you breathe out, press down into your feet and feel your strength here. 2 more breaths. And last one, lift it up a little higher. Good, and then slowly roll your spine down onto the floor. Nice and easy. Take your knees into your chest and hands underneath the knees and rock yourself up to a nice seat. Let's just do a couple of stretches here to get into our hamstrings. So just start by taking your hands behind you and pressing into the fingertips. And press your legs away from you, pull your toes back towards you, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good, and then lift up onto the tips of your fingers. Take a big breath into the belly and the chest. And as you breathe out, I just want you to tilt from the torso. And when you feel that stretch in your lower back, hold there. Draw your chin in towards your chest and towards your neck. And lengthen out through the top of the head. Let's take 2 deep breaths in and out here. Breathe deep into the belly, deep into the lower back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. 1 more breath here. Good, and then slowly release your body up. Take your right foot into your left thigh, coming into Shavasana, a 1-legged forward fold. If you have a strap, you can loop it around the ball of your right foot and take it into your left foot and take it into your right hand. Just start by inhaling and lifting your chest up. And as you exhale, fold yourself to the outside of that left leg, bring your left hand back behind you, and find a stretch in the right side of your lower back. Just breathe into this space, 3 deep breaths. One more breath. Inhale into that lower back and exhale to fold. Good, keep your body nice and low and just swing your left hand forward to hold onto the strap. Now you're folding directly over the left leg. First breath in, lift your chest and your belly up. And as you exhale, bend at the elbows and reach your chest forward. It's almost like you're trying to get your chest to your toes. And then draw your chin in towards your neck. Lengthen out through the back of the neck. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. And inhale into that back space. Good. After your 3rd exhale, press into that front foot and just lift your spine up nice and slow. We're going to take the strap into the left hand and open the left foot out to the side a little bit. I'll turn around so you can see me. We are going to move our right foot away from our left thigh. And I want you to take your right hand onto your right knee. Press down into your sitting bones. Inhale into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, just reach your belly and your chest forward, just like before. And once you've found that limit, hold there. Draw the chin in towards the neck and extend out through the back of the head. Take 3 deep breaths. And just take this time to tune in and to notice how that hip space is feeling. And can you take 1 breath down into the pelvis and down into that lower belly and just tune into how this space has opened up or changed since the start of the class. Good, and then press into your feet and slowly roll yourself up. And then we're just going to change sides. So we're going to extend our right leg out, bring our left foot into our right thigh. Take the strap around the right foot. Take the strap into our left hand and bring our right arm beside us. Take a big breath into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, fold yourself to the outside of your right leg, looking for the stretch in the left side of the lower back. Send the breath down deep and feel it expand whatever and wherever you feel you're stretching. Last one. Good, then slowly turn your body back towards that right leg. Take the strap into both hands. Inhale to lift your belly and your chest up. Press your right heel away from you and reach your belly and your chest forward. And remember, you're trying to kind of reach your chest towards your toes. That's it. Take 3 deep breaths in and out here. Good, and then press down into your feet and roll yourself up nice and slow. Take the strap into your right hand and just move that left leg away from you. Good, so now you're just folding down the center line of your legs and we're looking for a stretch on the inside of the groin. Take your left hand onto your left knee and from here we're going to inhale, lift the belly and the chest up. And as you exhale, again just press that right heel away from you and fold yourself down that center line. Doesn't really matter how low you go. So long as you can feel the stretch on the insides of those legs and you're not straining too much to be here, then that's how your yoga practice is going to improve. It's when we power through pain or power down too deep that we kind of lose the benefit of what this practice sustained over time can bring us. Just take 2 more breaths here. Good, and then gently press down into your feet and let your spine gently roll up. Now I know sometimes after forward folds, my lower back can feel a little bit tender. So if that's the case for you, just take it slow for these next couple of little sequences here and just notice how you feel. I'm going to remove the strap and place it to the side. And from this position here, we're simply going to extend our left leg out to come into a wide-legged sitting position. Bring your hands behind you and see if you can scoot your hips a little further forward. Depending on how you're feeling today, it'll feel different for you. You know, if you've done some running or some exercise, your legs might be a little bit tight, or you might not have a lot of flexibility in the hips, or you might feel like this is super fine. So just see where you are today. Take your hands behind you, behind your hips, scoot your hips further forward. And just like when we were lying down on the floor, I want you to press your heels away from you. That helps to engage your thighs and help you feel nice and anchored and strong in this pose. In a moment, we're going to take our arms onto the insides of our legs and fold ourselves forward. But before you do that, just take a moment to notice how difficult or easy it is to sit up in this pose when you lift your hands off the floor. So let's have a go at that. So lift your hands up off the floor. For me, I find myself wanting to rock backwards because my body's not quite opened up yet. From here, take one hand onto the inside of each leg and then take a big breath into your belly and your chest. Keep pressing those heels away and reach your belly and your chest forward and just find the edge of your stretch. Keep pressing the heels away, keep pressing the heels away. Find the edge of your stretch. Fold here and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Breathe into your belly and your chest and into your entire back. Good. After that 3rd exhale, slowly roll your spine up to a vertical position and notice that it's a lot easier to sit yourself up. The power of the stretch. Inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, float your hands down in front of you. Reach them forward, 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 and then down. Take your hands underneath your knees and bring your feet together and come into this diamond-shaped pose. So instead of having your feet in super close, just move them a little further away. Last stretch here. We're going to take our hands onto our ankles and take a big breath into our belly and our chest and lift it forward and up. And as you exhale, reach your belly and your chest forward and fold yourself down and press your arms into your legs. Draw your chin in towards your neck and your chest. Hold here for 3 breaths. Final stretch on the floor here. Last one. Good, then press into your feet, roll yourself up to vertical, cross your ankles over and come onto your hands and your knees. And from here, press your feet down into the floor, press your hands down into the floor, lift your back up to the ceiling. Now when we do forward folds, often our lower back can feel a little bit tight. So just take it easy for this first cat-cow that we're going to flow into and just drop down a little bit, breathing into the belly, dropping it down, opening the chest up. How does your lower back feel? How does your whole back feel? How do your hips feel? As you exhale again, just a small cat position. Round the hips up to the ceiling, press into the hands and the feet, draw the chin in. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in, make the movement a little bit bigger. Drop the belly down, open the chest up a little more, and exhale, round away. That's it. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, rounding away. Move in whatever way you need to get benefit out of the stretch. 2 more. And last one. Breathing in. Good. From here, just come back to the neutral position and extend your right leg back behind you. Bring the weight into your hands down evenly so the weight feels the same in each hand. And take your right foot over to the outside of your left leg. Press the heel away from you. Again, even weight into the hands before you look over your left shoulder towards your extended leg. Good. Just hold here. Take a big breath into the right side of the body. As you exhale, press the heel away. 1 more big breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Bring your leg back to center. Lift it up off of the ground. Full breath in. And as you exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and the nose and tuck the chin down. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, draw it in. Last one. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, draw it in. And then drop it down onto the ground. Extend your left leg back behind you and move it to the outside of your right foot, your right leg. Bring the weight down into your hands evenly and then look over your right shoulder towards your extended leg and take 2 deep breaths into the left side of the body. Keep pressing the heel away. 1 more breath. That's it. And then lift that left leg up off the floor. Bring it in line with the center of your mat. Breathing in, exhale, bring the knee towards the chest, round the back to the ceiling, draw the chin in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. 1 more, flow with your breath. And exhale, draw it in. Good, drop your foot down onto the floor, and from here, bring your knees wide. And we're just going to drop back into a child's pose just for a moment. Extend your arms out in front of you. And relax your head down onto the ground. Breathe into your back. Take 3 deep breaths. And after this, we're going to come into our yoga sequence. And then we're wrapping up the class. Just take a moment to ground. to notice the space around the hips. And then take one more full breath in. Feel your lower back soften as you breathe out. Good. Press into your feet. Lift yourself up into a tabletop position. And from here, just step your feet back into a plank pose and hold here for 3 breaths. Now, I don't like plank pose either, but plank pose is just such a great strengthening asana for the core and for the trunk of the body. Strengthens the back, it strengthens the belly. So just enjoy how it feels and enjoy finding a little bit of strength and maybe tiredness here, right? Maybe a little bit of fatigue. But just know you're working out when you feel fatigue, and eventually if you keep building through with these poses, they feel less fatiguous. They tire you less. Take one more full breath in. And as you exhale, just press into your hands, bend your knees, and come back slowly into your downward facing dog. And notice how good your hamstrings feel. They should feel nice and open. I can't feel anything in mine unless I bend one knee completely. So let's just walk the dog here, walk the downward facing dog, and enjoy the stretch in the hamstrings. That's all you. Good. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips and the heels up off the ground. Exhale, ground the heels down, stretch into the backs of the legs. Send those hips back. 2 more. Inhale, lift the hips and the heels up. Exhale, send the hips back. Press into the hands. Last one. Breathing in. And exhale, send the hips back. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And from here, bend the knee and open the hip out to the right side. That's it. And then I want you to draw 3 big circles with your left knee. So you're opening up into the hip. If it doesn't make sense, look at your screen. Big circles with the knee, and then take a big breath in. And from here, we're going to bring that left knee to the right elbow into a plank position. And then draw the leg back. And we're circling the other way. 1, 2, and 3. Full breath in. Bring the left knee to the left elbow, plank position. Inhale, extend your left leg all the way back behind you. Nice straight leg. And exhale, send the foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the floor. Flatten the back foot out on the ground. Inhale, send your hips backwards. And as you exhale, send your hips forwards. Inhale, send your hips backwards. Exhale, send your hips forwards. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Walk your left foot out to the left side and turn your left toes out to the left. And then walk your right hand out to the right side and turn your fingers out to the right. Take your left hand onto your left knee. Inhale, send the hips back. And as you exhale, send your hips forward and sink them down. Look up towards the ceiling. Take 3 deep breaths here, or lift your left arm up and reach it back. Take 3 deep breaths like that. Breathe into the belly and the chest. Press down into your right hand and your left foot. 2 more breaths. Just notice how those hips are feeling. How they're slowly opening up. 1 more full breath in. And as you exhale, float your left hand down onto the floor. And from here, we're going to lift ourselves up into a Half Hanumanasana. So we're straightening that left leg. And if you've got bricks, you can take them either side of your left knee. And inhale, lift your belly and your chest up. And if you don't have bricks, just lift yourself up like so. And then we're all going to reach our chest forward and down over that left leg. Good. Draw the chin in towards the neck and extend out through the top of the head. Take 3 deep breaths in and out here. 2. And 3. Good, and then bend your front knee and bring the knee forward. Take the bricks out in front of you and place them down onto the floor. And from here, we're going to lift the back knee up off the ground. And we're just going to walk our hands over towards the right side of our mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. I'm just going to change sides so you can see me. What we're going to do here is we're going to inhale up into a halfway lift. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders on the floor. Inhale, lift yourself up. And as you exhale, drop your hips over towards your left foot and lift your right toes up off the floor, straighten your right leg. Good. Then we're going to inhale back to center, lifting ourselves up and drop our hips down towards our right foot, straighten that left leg, lift the left toes up. Good. Now, as you transition, can you keep your body nice and low? You'll get deeper into the hips when you do that. So plant your hands, inhale, lifting up, keeping your body low, and exhaling to the left side. Inhale, lifting up, and exhaling to the other side. Last one, inhale, lifting up, and exhaling down, and inhale, lifting up, and exhale, lifting down, lowering down. Good. From here, face the front of your mat and turn yourself forward to the top of your mat. Step yourself back into a three-legged downward facing dog. So for you, it's going to be your left foot forward, left foot up in the air, breathing in. And as you exhale, lower yourself down and do your vinyasa flow. So flowing forward into a plank, lowering yourself down onto your belly, inhaling into your cobra. Squeeze your shoulders together and exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more cobras here, just little ones, little back bends. Pressing down into the feet, lifting the chest up. Exhale, lower down. And last one, breathe it in. And breathe it out. Good. Power up into a plank or a tabletop, breathing in. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Let's open up the other side. Inhale, lift your right leg up, bend the knee, and open the hip out to the left. And draw 3 big circles with that right knee. 1, 2, and then 3. Full breath in. Bring that right knee to your left elbow, plank position. Inhale, draw the leg back, circle it the opposite way. 1, 2, 3. Full breath in. Bring that right knee to the right elbow, plank position. Inhale, extend your right leg back behind you, full breath in. And then step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the ground. And from here, just plant your fingertips onto the ground. Inhale to send your hips back. Exhale to send your hips forward. 2 more. Inhale, send your hips back. And exhale, send your hips forward. And last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. And then we're going to walk our feet over towards, right foot over towards the right side. Turn the right toes to point out to the right. Left hand over to the left side. Turn the left fingertips to point out to the left. Right hand comes onto the right knee. Press the knee away from you. Send your hips back, breathing in. And as you exhale, send the hips forward, sink them down. Looking up to the ceiling, 3 breaths. If you want, you can lift your right arm up. 2 more. And last one. And exhale, float your right hand down. If you've got those bricks there, you can take them with you. You're almost there. You're going to lift yourself up into a Half Hanumanasana, a little low lunge, low one-legged splits here, rather. If you've got bricks, take them either side of your right knee, and then inhale into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, reach your chest and your belly forward. If you've got the bricks, you can bring your hands down onto them, or you can take your hands onto your right leg. Draw your chin in towards your neck, and just sway your hips from side to side. Bring a little bit of movement and mobility into the pose. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Good, and then gently release your hands down onto the ground, onto those bricks if they're there. Bend your front knee, and move the bricks out in front of you. And from here, you're going to walk your hands over towards the center of your mat. And this time you're just going to step that left leg in, come into a yogi squat. Now at the start of the class, we were pressing our knee into our hands and drawing our hands in so as to stretch into the hip flexor, the front of the hip. What we're going to do now is Malasana, a yogi squat. And in Malasana, you want to press your legs inwards as you press your arms outwards so as to stretch into the inside of the groin. So just press your knees in, press your arms out, bring your hands gently towards one another and take a big breath into your belly and into your chest. And as you exhale, just tuck your chin down, relax your shoulders and your neck, and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Last one. Good, and then release your hands down onto the floor. And from here, we're just going to sink back down onto our hips, bring our legs out in front of us, straighten them out, just shake them left to right, loosening into the hips, into the hip joint. And then bring your hips forward to the top of the mat and slide your back down onto the floor. Good. Before you bring your knees into your chest, just take your legs out to a 90-degree angle and drop your knees over towards the right side. You can extend your arms out beside you or come into cactus arms. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Gently release into the back, into the hips, and anywhere else you might be feeling tension or anywhere else you feel like you've stretched and opened up today. And then bring your knees back to center and just drop them over towards the other side. So towards the left side. Good. Take 3 deep breaths in and out here. And then very, very gently bring your knees back to center and give them a nice squeeze inwards. Just notice how you feel. The very last, second to last really, pose we're going to do today is Happy Baby. So for Happy Baby, take your arms onto the insides of your legs, onto the outsides of your feet. And once again, draw your knees towards your armpits. And just take 3 deep breaths in and out here. You might like to rock from side to side. And notice how open or closed the space in the hips feels for you right now. And then very gently bring your feet together and extend your legs out onto the ground and make your way into your Shavasana. Just make any adjustments you need to get comfortable. Take one hand onto the chest, one hand onto the belly. And take some deep breaths in and out. And just start to settle your body down into the ground. And take a moment to make any last little adjustment you need to make to get comfortable. And we're going to close this class with 10 deep breaths in and out. So just take a moment to breathe down into your belly and up into your chest. And allow that breath to travel further down into the hips and the pelvis. And exhale to slowly release and relax. Just notice the physical body and how it's feeling right now. How it's opening up. Where else it might feel tight. Notice the mental body and notice where your thoughts are and where they've kind of moved to and shifted after having done the class. And then take a moment to observe your feelings and what's going on for you right now. And how has it changed since the start of the class? We've got 3 more breaths here. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So take a big breath into your belly and your chest and let them rise up as you inhale. And as you exhale, sigh out of the mouth and just feel yourself drop down and let go of anything that's not serving you. 2 more rounds of breath. Breathe it in. Sigh it out. And breathe it in. And sigh it out. You can stay here and take as many more of these as you need to feel yourself truly relax. Or you can start to wriggle your fingers and your toes, circle your wrists and your ankles. And when it suits you on a breath in, reach your arms back behind you, stretch your toes out, and hug your knees onto your chest as you exhale. Good, and then roll yourself over onto your right side. Take a breath in and out here. And then press yourself up to a nice comfortable seat at the top of your mat. And just take a moment to ground down into the sitting bones. It should feel pretty nice to sit right now since those hips have opened up. We're just going to close the class with 3 final breaths in and out, just to tune inwards and to sense how we are, to let anything that's not serving us drop away, and just to ground ourselves in that calmness and peace that often comes and hopefully has come for you after this class. So just close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let's take 3 final breaths in and out. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the class, and I hope your hips and your hamstrings and your lower back feel pretty good. I hope to see you again next time as well. Namaste.